Hello everybody, welcome back once again to my Legend of the Dragoon walkthrough. Let's see, where are we starting out? Should be... Zenabados or whatever. I don't know how to say that, but, that's not the right place. This isn't the right place either. We need to go around the side of this building, to the right. And, man, I gotta be honest, this place is a chore. I can only imagine how brutal it is without an emulator, too. But, we'll get it knocked out. Warning, under martial law, visitation allowed only to Legislation Center, Law Factory, and Law Launcher. Great Court Residential Area, Power Room are all off limits. Can we go to the place where the Signet Sphere is? Impossible. The law prohibits humans from going to the Signet Sphere. I actually like the, let's focus on how we can proceed. Yeah, I like the, what would it be? The kind of idea behind this place. Kind of, in a way. And honestly, I don't know. So we'll go to, I think I went to the Law Factory first. The reason, or in what I should have done, had I kind of understood the area a little bit more, was just go and talk to the vendor, and then leave. Reason for that is, we can't really do anything by continuing on here. Amend code. Yeah, and so there should be hints around here about these law codes as well. Obviously, you don't need to know that if you're watching this, because I'm going to go through the useful codes and I'm going to end up doing one code that's not that useful, but I did it anyway, and later sort of regretted that to a certain extent. The Great Axe is a new weapon for Kongol. That's an upgrade. The Gladius is not an upgrade. We already got one back in Death Frontier. And then all of the Dragoon armor there is kind of good too. I mean, it's good if you don't already have, whatchamacallit, the Armor of Legends. Wingley code 339. Yeah, so this I don't understand. Usage by non-Wingleys of shops is... Oh, it's not prohibited. Usage by non-Wingleys is not prohibited. Yeah, it's a double negative. So that means that usage of the shops is actually prohibited, which is why we can use this shop. I assume that means if we were to change the law that we wouldn't be able to use the shop then. So, obviously we're going to not want to do that. But here I shouldn't have come this way. I should have went over to the, is it Legislative Center or whatever. And then here, if you get caught by the guards, they throw you in jail, which is kind of funny. And then there's an aspect here that's just ridiculous. So are we arrested? Darn, what timing? Everybody's feeling the same way. What? We have to focus on how to get out of here. It seems that they arrest people and send them here. And here Miru's flying around. But it seems there is no device to get out of here. Maybe no exit. I don't want to think about a room without an exit. Wait a minute, didn't we forget somebody? Boom. Sorry, Kongol is late. Why was only Kongol outside? I totally should have done an Arnold Schwarzenegger voice for Kongol. He was too heavy to teleport. Now we can get out. Come with me if you want to live. I don't know. That doesn't make any sense. He's too heavy to teleport. What? We've used like hundreds of teleporters in this game, and not a single time has he been too heavy to teleport. But hey, okay, plot reasons, I guess, anyways. Yeah, so that's why this place is annoying. Anytime you interact with one of the guards, it kicks you back here to jail. Now, I don't know where the code is that kind of hints at, taking the robots kind of offline. But yeah, I assume it's somewhere. But there are different codes, and that's kind of like the way that this whole place works is, right? There's 3-digit codes for a couple of different things. What was that? Flash Hall? And then 200 gold. Okay, wow, that's so generous. It's really, really generous. God, that is just bizarre. It's bizarre that we're like basically at the end of the game and we're still getting like 200 gold from treasure chests. Like what? Really? But all right. Anyways, I'm still going the wrong place. I need to be going to the what was it? The Legislative Center, I think is the name of it. And I just didn't really realize it. The top of this is the place where you how would we say it? Oops. Okay. And I at least remembered this time to do a save state, semi close by, so that when I get busted, I don't get thrown all the way. And here I don't think that there's a way to get this chest, honestly, while these robots are still active. I just don't. I think the robot is too fast. So again, I don't think there's actually a way to get that chest, without taking the robots offline. So I don't know what's in it. I don't remember. I just I don't think that there was anything that was terribly impressive around here. The other thing is the way that these robots work is they actually will only bust you if you're in certain areas. There's basically safe spots. So like right in front of treasure chests, that's a safe spot. Kind of like right next to teleporters is safe as well. So, but I mean, that's not that, I guess that's not that important. Give Kongol a break. No, that was a really bad Arnold. Wow, that one, yeah. Found people to Wingley code, or to which Wingley code 659 applies. What is 659? Let's just see here. 659. Jesus. Oh, yeah, removes guards from paths. Okay, so that's and I guess that makes sense. That makes sense for that robot outside the jail to have that code. Anyways, 659 is the code to stop the harassment bots getting handsy with us. So eventually, I will actually use that code. Now, I actually think that there's only 2 codes that are even worth using. One of the codes is that one, 659. And then the other code is the final code that takes us to, or that will allow us to, to continue on, basically. And here, if you notice, so that there, we've got a rainbow dress. That's probably the best item in here. That's probably the only worthwhile item to get. But I mean, I already had 3 of them, but whatever, still cool. All right, submit law. If you don't have one step back, you are hindering. Yeah, so I don't have the law right here, and that's why we have to go to the legislative. I think it's legislative building, whatever, first, because we need to petition and then they give you, whatever, I don't know, some law license or something like that to bring here. And so I didn't do that first part, so we can't do anything here yet. So it took me a little while to to read up on that, and that's why I'm standing around like a dork. But and then I got in this thing's way. That's kind of funny. But yeah, so we're missing the piece from the other area, basically. Which yeah, we need to go get that. I think the first law that I changed was the law about standing in line. So there's a line in the actual legislative center, and the robots just line up, and then one goes and like petitions whatever this. I mean, I don't know. It's like 8 other robots. It looks like, and at that point, then the next robot moves forward in line, and then steps out into the center. Well, there's a law that allows you to basically bypass the line, which it's not worth doing because this process takes a long time, because you have to go from the law. God, I can never remember we'll see here once I actually have to go there. But anyways, there's 3 different areas. One is to like petition to change the law. Then the next one is to make it or whatever here in this area. And then the last area is to launch the law, which is, just puts it in effect. So yeah, it's just a really long process, and it doesn't actually really make sense to waste your time with the whole cutting in the line, because really there's only 2 laws that I think there's only 2 laws that are worthwhile to even pursue. And so here I end up really just kind of wasting that. Legislative center. Okay, so legislation center, that's where we need to go first. Or from here. Like I said, I mean, I think going over there to grab the or to interact with the merchant, that probably makes sense. But I mean, I don't know. I think it probably could have just come to the legislative center first, and then bought the stuff on the way through. But whatever. It would have just been more efficient. So, perky step, all right. Oop, fail. I'm still trying to get Blazing Dynamo done, I think. Anyway. Can't remember now if I already did that. Did I already do that in the last video? I don't remember. Jeez. Well, we'll see. Oh, there's a fail. See, though, I mean, I don't really need to do reloading save states here for Albert's attack. Same with Miru's, to be completely honest. There's just yeah, that's fine. Just kill the stuff and move on. Right? We don't need to complete the additions, really. Okay. There we go. This area, basically all 3 of the areas have these teleporters too, and like, some treasure chests, and I mean, again, most of this stuff is just garbage and, like one-time use items. But I think that rainbow dress is the only thing that's really, good. There, if you noticed, whoops, no. Like I said earlier, when you stand on the teleporters, it doesn't activate the bots, or the bots won't come grab you. Same with right there in front of that treasure chest. All right, Fatal Blizzard. Ugh. Oh, that's right, and I screwed this up. So, what? Okay, I guess that makes sense. Here I get grabbed, I think. And I end up accidentally reloading an old save state, which is really annoying. Oh, yeah. I think it's down in the next level. It happens. Night raid. Yeah, alright. Get rid of that. Burning wave. Lame. Ah! Run away! Oh, busted. Alright, so there I reloaded. And the last time I did a save state was in the middle of that battle. So this is me redoing the end of that battle. So yeah, so if that looks goofy, that's why. And that is, yeah, we're right back at the start. That's obnoxious. But that's what happens if you're going to use save states and, you know, you get used to reloading just kind of willy-nilly. Oh, okay, there we go. At least that time I saved right there outside of battle. And zoom. Okay. All right, so let's do this again. I think this time I at least got rid of an extra item, so I wouldn't have to do that again. There's the frozen jet. Okay, I guess we got to go to. Is this the right teleporter? Oh, apparently. Technically, that chest would be easier to get if we stood right there on top of that teleporter, but it's not that big of a deal. Oh, barely made it by that guy that time. So, all right. So here, yeah, I really shouldn't have done this bill at all. It's just not worthwhile. And here, the way to do this for the first time, you actually do have to go out and stand in line. Like if you just stand here like a jerk, nothing happens. And the robots will just keep coming in and you'll never get a turn. So you actually do have to stand in line here. And I don't know how, but I managed to mess this up too. So we'll just see. I'm not exactly sure what happened here, but I'm standing in line, like everything is cool. I'm, doing what I'm supposed to do. Law production license administered. Yeah, so this is where you get the law production licenses or whatever. So that's, I don't know why this happened. And one kind of interesting thing that I forget who says it kind of towards the end of this whole whatever area. Oh, Wingley code 640. Those who disturb order shall be ignored without exception. Okay, so 640 is the line, basically the one that lets you jump line. And again, I don't actually think that it's even worthwhile to do. It just ended up being it's not worthwhile because you only need 2 of the licenses actually. So let's try this again. There we go. That time it worked. All right, so for service, stand in the center. Is the submission of a bill. And then we want to click no for this because we just want to alter a bill. I don't even know why they give you this option because it never gets used. Is this a revision of law? Yes. Okay, state the number of the article to be revised. Even we can change the law. It is revised if necessary. State the number of the article to be revised. State the first digit from the left. All right, so like I said, I think this one's going to end up being 650. Or was it 640? Let's see here. 4. And then I think this is 0. Yep, 0. Deliberation on an amendment. Those who disturb order shall be ignored without exception. Wingley amended code article 640. Those who shall be not ignored. Yeah, so, all right, law production license. All right, so that's basically how this works. You come in here, you get a law license, and then you actually have to go enact it. Now, the problem here is that you can't do more than one, which is what I thought, which is why I started with this law. I thought, oh, well, I'll just do all three at once, right? And that is not how it works. Those with legal licenses cannot amend laws. So there it just kicks you out. It just says, nope, you already have one basically in your hand. You need to leave. And so here I just use this as a shortcut. I guess that actually does make sense to do that. Give Kongol a break. Ah. All right. So now we have to go to the, what was it called? Law. Let's see here. Law Factory. No, not Launcher. Yeah, I went to the wrong one. All right. Law Factory. So, I guess how would this kind of work? The legislature gives you the license, and then the factory, like, makes the law, I don't know, paper thing, and then launching it actually puts it into effect. So that's, again, how this all works, and it's unfortunate, you can't skip any part of it. You just have to, kind of knock them out one after the other, but, fail. Let's see here. All right, good thing I saved state there. Let's bounce around here. That area right there is probably another one where it's actually smart to go wait at the treasure chest until that robot goes, far enough away from you. I think that would actually make it a little bit easier to get to the teleporter that we needed to go to. All right, the law license is issued. Please take this to the law launcher. The process is completed. Step back. You are hindering fulfillment of the quota. Complaint shall be brought to the legislation center. Okay, so that's this is our second step, which is done. Now I can just take a shortcut back again if I want to. I don't know if I ended up doing that, but yeah, apparently I did. All right. Back to square one again. Give Kongol a break. I don't think I will. I don't think I will, buddy. Sucks to be you, fat man. Okay. So now we need to go to the law launcher. Boom. Yeah. The other thing I would almost recommend doing is literally just skipping every single treasure chest. I should have brought this up earlier. I think it's actually smarter to just skip every single treasure chest, get the robot shut down, and then come back and grab the treasures later. Because it's just a lot of extra monkeying around, and you're kind of putting yourself at higher risk of getting busted. Whereas if you just, this is not smart to do it this way. Why is that? And why, I don't know why that guy is just chilling there. That's annoying. Okay. Well, apparently the doorways don't really count as safe spots where the robots will just keep patrolling. Yeah, this isn't working out right. Run. There we go. All right, that worked. Okay. So now we have to ride this platform, and there's nothing else to do here. You just ride this platform all the way up to whatever, this weird window thing up in the top, and that drops off your license. Submit law launching license issued by the Law Factory. Law launching license. Jesus. The law will be enforced. When the process is completed, step back. You are hindering fulfillment of the quota. Complaint shall be brought up by the Law Factory. Okay, so that's that. So now, after all that work, we can skip a spot in line, which again is why this law is dumb to do first. It's dumb to even do it. It's just not even worth the time that it takes to enact it. I should have went with the one that shuts down the robots first. There's just no other law that's worthwhile to do first, to be honest. So my bad on that. I apologize. Let's see here. Plunk, plunk. Oh, wow. A failed perky step. That's getting a little more uncommon these days. I've really been getting perky step down, so it's pretty rare that I fail on it. Even getting countered, I feel like I'm able to pull it off. I think on the whole countering thing, once you get the timing down for the red shield animation, like once you get that timing down, it's really easy to hit the hit after it usually. So, but it's like anything else, practice. It takes practice and you can get it done. All right, so we're headed back to the legislation center or whatever, which again, we could have done all of this in just two laws, and that's even saying that you want to. I mean, technically, I could do this in one, but I don't think that that's the best way to do it. And if you want to get the treasure chests, again, I actually think that you have to shut down the robots, because again, I don't think that you can get to that one treasure chest without shutting them down. It just seems like it's too fast. But all right, so if you noticed here, there's this like black stone that's floating to the left. And now, so what we can do is we can just walk up to these bots around the outside edge. So I don't need to be standing in line here. Yeah, here we go. But you need to talk to one of these white robots here at the bottom. Yeah. So this should allow us now to go. Yeah, there we go, to the center. There we are. Okay, so is this a revision again? And then you click yes this time. So state the number of the article and state the first digit. So we're going with, what was it? I think it's another 6. Nope. Yep. 6. What's the second one? 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 5. 658? Nope. 659. Okay. This is trespassers shall be thrown in jail. All right. So there we have it. That shuts down this will shut down the robots once we actually get it launched. And yeah, here, it's the same deal. We can only grab one license at a time. So unfortunately now we actually do have to go back. I'm going to check here really quick just to see what the other laws are. So 703 is the one that actually gets us. That's the one that I'll be doing next. And that grants access to the signet sphere. If you do code 666, which is kind of funny, it stops all minor battles in Xenobatos, which I assume that means the random encounters, which I don't think that's not a useful one at all. Yeah, that's not needed. 659 is the one that we just did, removes the guards. 640, obviously we already did. That's the one to stand in line. And then 339 to allow humans to access the item and weapon store. You just don't need that. It's already active when you come in here. So I actually assume that means that if you enter that code, you won't be able to use the accessories or the store anymore. But I'm not 100% sure on that because I didn't actually try it out. But that's the way I read it, because if you go talk to the black sphere looking thing next to the item shop guy, whoops, I got busted. If you talk to the black sphere thing next to the item shop guy, it details that it's something like humans are prohibited from using. Or from using the store, or something like just the way that it's worded, you can kind of tell that, it's like, yeah, we can use the item shop. So again, I assume that if we were to enter that code, then we wouldn't be able to use the item shop after. So God, I'm having a heck of a time here. So this is the one. So what I need to be doing there is either going this way, and this actually does work. You can sneak right behind this guy if you do it right, and that's the better way to do it. Frankly, I mean, look at how fast that was. Instead of trying to go all the way around. Law production license, launching the law, blah blah blah. Take this to the law center. These robots aren't going to say anything really different from this point on out. And I think I started speeding up my gameplay here just so that we could kind of knock this out a little bit quicker. And here, I got transported back. Since that, we have the license now to enact this law, but it's still not actually enacted yet, obviously, because we haven't been to the launcher. So we're still getting busted by the robots, but that's all right. That's going to be coming to a close here real soon. Launcher, all right. And then it's going to be smooth sailing, boys and girls. No more getting harassed on the job by the robots. No more butt grabs. Keep your diodes to yourself. All right. Thwack, miss. Oh, yeah. This is a miss too, I believe. Yep. I actually did equip, I think I talked about it a little bit in the last video, about the, what was it? The kind of like the gear combination that I was talking about in, which is the legendary cask, or legend cask. I think it's legend cask, actually. And then, what was the second? Armor of Legend. And then, is it the Spirit Cloak? Oh, man. Let me just see here. Gotta look this up. Sorry. Accessories. I do know, though, that the accessories that I'm thinking of are bought in Ulara. Let's see here. Nope. Oh, where is this thing? Here we go. Oh, Sage's Cloak. Yeah, and that's bought in Ulara for 600. That's really cheap. And that actually does give you the 20% physical and magical evasion. So I would probably make a case at this point that the combination of Legend Cask, Armor of Legend, Sage's Cloak, and I think it's the Magical Greaves, because the Magical Greaves give you the 10 agility and then 5 magic and physical evade. So if you have those 4 items all equipped, your physical evade is 75%, your magical evade is 75%, and then you get 10 agility. But that takes up basically all of your gear, right? So that means, you're going to lose a little bit of agility from the boot slot. Now, it's up to you on whether or not you think that's worthwhile. Or, I guess you can kind of do what I've done basically the whole game as well and have, bandit or dancer rings equipped as well. But I mean, 20% is a big chunk of evasion. And I think that because of the way the magical greaves work, I think it's actually probably worthwhile to just have those. And then on top of all that, with that much evasion, I mean, you're only getting hit 25% of the time. So you can kind of afford to be a little bit slower because they're just, most of you're not getting connected, most of the time. So, even just the Legend Cask and Armor of Legend is probably good enough alone. But I really do feel like that Sage's Cloak with that extra 20%, that's a big chunk of evasion. And I really do think, now that I've just kind of been monkeying around with it, I think that it is worthwhile. I think that that's better than, the 20 agility that you get from a ring. So that's my opinion. The boots, I'm a little less tied to. But anyways, all right, so we need to input 7. I think it's 703. Yeah, 70 and 3. Yes. All right, revision of the law prohibiting non-winglies from going to the Signet Sphere. Wingly amended code, Article 703. The law does not prohibit non-winglies. Yeah, that's a cute little language trick there. So now we'll go hit up the law factory, and we'll get this stuff knocked out. But yeah, man, look at this. Having all these bots just kind of chilling out is really freaking nice. We don't get a shortcut down to the jail anymore, but that's very much worthwhile. But yeah, so again, like I was saying though, with the agility gear and evasion and all that, the boots, I mean, obviously you only get one pair of bandit shoes anyway. And so the trade-off with those is, so you get, with the magical greaves, you get only 10 agility, so you get half the amount of agility, and you only get 5% to your physical and magical evasion. So again, all of those pieces gets you to 75, but you can get an extra 10 agility if you're willing to sacrifice the 5 physical and magical evasion. So up to you. I think 5%, man, I don't know that it really probably matters that much either way, but regardless, the magical boots are really good too. So yeah, so at least there's that, or magical greaves, I'm sorry. But all right, let's go to the law launcher. Let's do it. We're getting there. So again, it's probably obvious that first law was not worth pursuing or changing, because I mean, at the end of the day, sure, I actually technically got 2 uses out of it, right? Because I changed 2 laws after that, but just getting that law took up a spot though as well. So I really would have only had to wait in line one more time. So that was just not worth the time investment at all. Which, that's unfortunate, but whatever. That's the kind of stuff that you learn. I'm totally digging having the speed cranked up though too. Cause there's just, there's nothing complicated. Once you've gone through this process once, it's pretty easy to figure out. Now, again, I don't know where the code was that actually, or this code specifically that allows us to get to the sphere, but, I don't know. I guess I could have looked around a little bit more just to see if I could try to find it, but, it also, I don't know that it's that, that useful, I guess. Again, and if you're watching this, then I've already spoiled it for you. So, here, I love that there's a guillotine here. I don't know why. That's just hilarious. I guess probably because this is, a place about laws, and I think we have a trial coming up, so that's gonna be kind of funny. But this thing is so menacing. All right, let's chop them up. Let's get. It's on a chain even. Oh, not even a rope. Huh. Boom. Blazing dynamo. Okay. Healing breeze. Oh, wow. That's a good item. This is another area, and I should have mentioned this. I didn't see anything that was worthwhile farming-wise. And that's going to be the case with, I think, the next video as well. Or I should say the next area. I think, I think we're pretty much done with farming random enemies. I just don't really think that there's there's anything worthwhile from this point on. What am I doing? Let's get out of here. Yeah. All right, so now we need to go back to the teleporter. And we will continue on. I must save right after this. Yeah, yeah, we're just going to save right here. So, all right, hope the guide was helpful, and hope you join me for more. Thanks for watching.